Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of ForW, a space where we grow together, we heal together, and remind each other that we are not alone in this journey called life. I am your host, Darci. If you have been part of this community from day one, thank you very much for your support. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. Before we begin our today conversation, please support the show by following us on Spotify and subscribing to the YouTube channel. Now, let's get into our today topic. I want us to have a real conversation about mental health at work, not the social media one, not the corporate version one, a real conversation. For years I have heard people say my job is affecting my mental health. And honestly, you are right, because research shows that workplace bullying, excessive workload, poor leadership, discrimination, job insecurity, toxic work environment can negatively affect our mental health. So yes, your work can affect your well-being, but here is the question nobody like to ask. What part are you playing in your own burnout? I know the question is uncomfortable, but stay with me, because while organizations have a responsibility to create healthy workplace, employees also have responsibility to protect themselves. Let me explain. How many people complain that they never have time to rest, and yet at the end of the year they have the most of their annual leave untouched? There could be many reasons to it, but I think we need also to look into the other factors. Have you planned it properly? Have you make a system in place that can allow you to go on leave when the time comes? How many people answer to email at 10 p.m. when the email can wait until the following morning? How many people take their laptop on a vacation? This is something that I don't understand. While when you say you are on leave, for me, when you are on leave, you are on leave. You shut down completely from everything. Even if you don't travel, you just stay in town. You don't need to really open your laptop unless you have a side hustle. That is also something else. It's different. You can take your leave but still working on your own side hustle. This is something completely understandable, but also you cannot blame anyone that your work is affecting your mental health, because you are trying to make a living out of something else. How many of us accept every meeting, every request, every task simply because we are afraid to disappoint others? And one day we wake up exhausted, frustrated, and emotionally drained. The question is not whether your workplace contributed to it. The question is, did you contribute to your own burnout? Now, before everyone say, Darci, not every workplace is healthy, I agree. Some workplaces are toxic, some manager abuse their authority, some organizations overload employees, some leaders create unnecessary stress. And if you are in that kind of environment, I'm not blaming you, but even in difficult environment, there are things that remain within our control. Your boundaries, your leave days, your schedule, your ability to say no appropriately, and your willingness to seek support when you need. One thing I have learned is that many people wait until they are completely exhausted before they start taking care of themselves. Burnout rarely happens overnight. It starts small. You stop exercising, you stop sleeping properly, you stop spending time with your family and friends. You even stop doing the things that usually bring you joy. And before you know it, your work becomes your entire identity, which is very, dangerous because your job is something that you do. It's not who you are. Let me share something very personal. As myself, when I am on leave, like I'm definitely on leave, I make sure I take my leave properly. And also, if I need to travel, I don't travel with my professional laptop. Simple as it is, when I'm traveling, when I'm taking my leave, I make sure I do a proper handover so that the work doesn't require me not to take my leave, and then the work can move smoothly, which is something also I trust my colleagues to do a proper handover and say, guys, I'm going on leave, so please handle this and this on my behalf. When I come back, we just do a review and see what has been done and what is still pending. When my work days is over, I usually don't do any going through any emails again. I just focus on my life outside my work. I don't do any checking emails after 5. I don't do anything that is related to my work unless if it's my side hustle. Not because I am less committed to my work, but because I understand that if I don't take care of myself, eventually I will have nothing to give. And I think many of us need to hear that. You do not earn any medal by being exhausted. You do not become more valuable because you overwork yourself into burnout. Rest is not laziness. Let me say that again. Rest is not laziness. Taking your leave is not a weakness. Protecting your mental health is not a lack of ambition. In fact, it's one of the smartest investments you can make in yourself. Today, I want to leave you with 3 questions. What boundaries do you need to set? What are you holding to that is outside of your control? And when was the last time you properly take a leave without feeling guilty? Think about that. Think about those questions because sometimes we are looking for start with us. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. Remember, organizations have a responsibility to create healthy workplace, but we also have the responsibility to protect our own well-being. Take your leave, set your boundary, protect your peace, and never forget that your value as a human being is greater than your job title. No company should benefit from a talent who lose themselves along the process. Thank you very much for listening to this episode. If this episode resonates in you, it's not a coincidence, it's your signal. Stay tuned for more conversation about growth, healing, career, and personal development. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, and keep growing.